Welcome, welcome. We are live. That's right. It's Mark from Southwest Strata. We're going to talk a little alpha today. We're going to do a little crypto first, right? The Fed just dropped 75 basis points on us again. So we are up for show. Well, we are up. We're almost to 4%. We are right now. In fact, we're at 4%, I believe. But the market is tanking right now. In fact, the algos have taken over. It is literally about 2:45 Central Standard Time. So about 15 minutes till market close. So I'm going to do a little TA, but I'm also going to do what I'm really wanting to do here is I'm probably wanting to do, I found something on Twitter last night, a lot of alpha in the crypto space, right? I know crypto's down, but look, personally for me, I've been down 90% 3 or 4 times in crypto, right? This should not, look, it doesn't scare me anymore to be down that much. But let's talk about the alpha in crypto as more people join, right? All right, CRV. They are coming out with a stable coin. The founder said in a leaked telegram just a day or two ago, they're doing a fee accrual system to curve VE. Also, the percentage of loans are expected to be dynamic upon launch. That's huge, right? ZK seasons here. It looks like it's going to be on Mina, Loopring, Matic, Dusk, Rune, and Metis. So look for those snarks there. GNS, the big one. I'm very bullish on GNS right now. The only on-chain perps platform where you can trade Forex, right? Fits real yield narrative, and from its fee accrual system, it looks like they're about to have an airdrop very soon in ZK system. Something you want to be very aware of. Another one we like Chili, CHZ. It's a fan token. We also like Algo as well. The World Cup is upcoming, so we think CHZ is probably going to pump a little bit, but watch out for the dump right before the World Cup starts. That will be key. Solana, November 4th to 7th, they get their largest conference. So understand there, you'll probably get a little bit of a pump, but again, take what you can get. In this market, when it's literally all downside right now, take what you can get. If you can get the 2, 3, 4%, take it. Be good with it right now. We're no longer in the bull market we were in. XRP, we clearly know about the lawsuit. Coinbase has now joined that lawsuit. Do I think they win? Absolutely. Not a fan of BitBoys, but I do think BitBoy is right. Look, I'm about, look, I buy things here, right? I buy high, sell higher, right? I've got to see some relative strength, right? Well, XRP's kind of had that here, and I would bet that that's going to really all tides, all the higher tides lift all boats, right? I think that's going to happen with XRP, so I am rooting for XRP. Even though I'm not a huge XRP fan, I do hold some. So I've got a little bit of a bag going back about 5 years, six years, never sold. EGLD, EGLD, their conference is from November 3rd to the 5th. That's Elron, if you didn't know. That's their biggest conference. You'll probably get a little bit of a pump there, a small one. Again, take what you can get. Looking through here, BCH, no. Reddit NFTs are starting to get even more adopted by its users per a lot of these analytics platforms. So understand you're going to see a little bit of a pump in NFTs. We believe that. Theta, the mainnet launch is November 3rd. That's literally tomorrow. Theta mainnet launch. So we may have missed that little bit of a pump. ZRX. Crossroads Conference is tomorrow as well. Doge, let's talk about Doge real quick. Doge, there's ongoing speculation that Twitter will integrate Doge. We've heard this a lot. Elon Musk actually came out this morning and is basically joking about it, but typically when he jokes, there's a little bit of a seriousness to it, right? All jokes are the same way. What's up, guys? Great to see everybody. I have not been out live. I used to do live every day for 5 days a week. Had 200 people listening for 2 years, and since the market's been literally going down, we've kind of stopped those, right? Because nobody really wants to look at the TA. But if you do want a symbol on Square, yeah, I'll look at Square for you. There's Q, which is what I do best, is TA. That's Square. Look at, so it hit that multiple bottom at 56. Now you're at 54. It's really losing its shit. Man, that's very, very tough. I'm on TradingView here. Man, be very careful. You are literally running into, there's a down trend line, right? And it's, the support there is going to be, I'm going to give it to you right now. The support's about 54. If it goes below 54, you got to jump out, right? Now, where I might get long in that, I can tell you a big level 62. If you go above 62, it's probably going to about, I'd say the target range is probably 75. So that would be for a Square, right? Good to see you guys back here. Man, it really is. It's good to be back. Doge also, there was a lot of shorts on Doge. Those have been squeezed. That's why it did a 3x literally like the past 4 days. Mask, the open source browser, we all know about MetaMask, right? Web3 features in Twitter, so look for that one to possibly go big. Loopring is going to have, LRC, which I believe is Loopring, right? LRC protocol fees are going to stakers somewhere in Q4, which will be in the next 2 months, right? So there's some alpha for you on crypto. I hope you followed that all. Where's my water? My throat's kind of scratchy today. SoFi. Let's go. SoFi. Let's see what it's. SoFi got a pump yesterday due to the Biden loan forgiveness. It pumped all the way to 550 or 651. Back down to $5 now. All right. For me to even get into this, I need to be at. So there is a bottom trend line here at 550. 550-ish is where I'd probably jump in at. It was there. It's at 509 right now. That's where you might nibble. Again, when the market's trending down, right, to the downside, you just want to nibble, right? Position sizing, risk management. Like, let's get there. But again, it still holds true. We want to buy high, sell higher, right? I know you want to not buy the dip anymore, right? Because it just keeps dipping, right? And that's the thing. How many times can you buy the dip, right? So that's what you get into. So you've got it's got a stock or a crypto. It's got to show some relative strength. And then once it gets past your trend line or whatever price target you're waiting on and goes through it, then you got to jump on it. Boom, set your price target and get out, right? So you got in times like this, you have to take profits. It's not going to keep doing this, right? All the way up. It's going to keep doing this. All right. So yes, 550. If you really want to get long, you can't get long that till about literally $8. 8-ish, 803 is what it says, but 8-ish. There you go. That's SoFi. BA. Ooh, now, very interesting. The Boeing company, the only competition is Airbus. Why is this stock not just killing it, right? So here we go. So there is, so I would stay long above 141. You're at 147 right now, so not the worst. It's done very, very well today. It actually broke there's a downward trend line coming into play here. It went right to it, bounced off, and we're at 147. That trend line starts or it hit the trend line at 151. 151, 152-ish, right? Above that, I think you can get a little bit longer, but understand that 200-day is at 160. So that's going to be your price target because it's going to hit that and bounce off, I promise you. In this market, especially with Powell just talking, we just get raised 75 basis points. He's very hawkish through, it looks like the next 2 times. So we'll have one in December, and I believe we'll have one, I could be wrong with this, but I think it's February. But I believe that they stop probably in March because at that point, the vibes would have already come through the system. Now we're going on 6 months of hikes, 7-8 months of hikes. So that's what I think. Hey, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Oh, it's my boy 7-Eleven. What's up, man? Love it. Appreciate you guys being here, man. It's been a while. It's been a minute for sure. All right, so looking at SPY. Just so you know where the market's at. So SPY, sometimes called the ES. So if you ever here's the resistance or the support of the ES. That's the S&P 500. It's got different names too. SPX, SPY as well. But it's typically known by Wall Street as the ES. All right. So it's down bad. It was up above 387. It is now 375. So let me get you the. I do have a Telegram channel if you want to jump in there. I just post interesting charts. Pretty good chat. Nothing big though. All right. So the weekly is 724. So we're at 374 is the weekly. So if it defeats the weekly at 374, watch out. It's going down further, but we're not there yet. We're at 375.6. The weekly on the upside's 390, which we were at yesterday, 389, and stopped right there too. So again, if they can defeat 390, that's when I get a little bit longer, and you could probably hold that almost all the way through 400, right? That's the SPY or the ES or the S&P 500. Okay. That said, guys, my throat's killing me today. All right, what else we got going on? Let me do crypto showing relative strength today. BNB is killing it. It really is. The number of daily active users on the BNB chain is phenomenal. It's by far the best chain as far as active users go. Second is Ethereum. It's not even close. Just letting you know, I saw that on Nansen AI last night. It's up 10% for the week. It's only down today less than 1%, kind of like Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's down 2% on the week. So Ethereum's been showing great relative strength. Love that one as well. What else am I watching that I like right now? Shiba Inu and Doge. Again, made a lot of money on Doge. Just because I had held since 2017, right? But let that go at 21. I mean, we're almost back there now. It was at 15 last I looked. What is Doge today? It's at 13 right now, 13 cents. So I would expect Doge. Look, I think Doge is up 82% for the week right now. I would expect Doge to do even better. I'm not buying in. So I'm not highly convicted, but I would suspect that Doge will probably do a little bit of a dip here and then start to climb back up. By the way, I saw on whose podcast was that? But anyway, if y'all remember Sun Tzu, whatever his name was, right? The Three Arrows Capital guy. He did have some words of wisdom back in the day. Clearly a thief and a scammer. Ruin lives, but the last three bull markets in crypto. You know what? Which crypto had led the way? Doge. And he ain't lying. I look back. It's true. 27 right before Bitcoin and Ethereum pumped in 2017. Doge pumped. No, I didn't pump anything like Bitcoin or Ethereum did, but it did pump before. Right? 2017, you had also 2020 and then 2021 because we dipped in May of 2021. Those started to pump and then everything else followed it. It's pretty interesting story. So if you believe that and if history holds true, a lot of times it rhymes, right? Then maybe we're in for a bull market. And by the way, here's some alpha from October to March is the best 6-month period for a president, right? So right after the midterms and going into that next spring, that's the best months for stocks for that president, right? In the presidential cycle, if you would. So, all right, what else you got? Do you have any more TA? Man, what's up? It's been a minute, brother. Glad that you're here. one of the things that has happened to me over the past year, I've lost my eyesight. I'm 40-ish now. I've literally, guys, let me just be real clear with you, right? Hear me out. When that, like, I didn't believe people, right? When your eyesight goes, it literally goes quickly. Mine went in probably 2 months. I had to go get glasses, and of course I don't have them on, so it's tough for me to even read the screen. But hey, Dom, love you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. I've really missed you guys. I used to do these all the time, as I was just saying, and I wish it was a better market trajectory right now, but it is what it is. So I will reiterate, always on these little bit of pumps in crypto or in stocks, equities, take profits liberally. Literally, if you get 3, 4, 5%, you got to take them. I don't care if it runs to 12%. Take the 4, right? You just never know. You never know. Appreciate you guys. What's up, my man? Good to see you guys. Mazel, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you guys. I know I was back in the yellow hour days. I know, man. Dom, you were maybe. Well, you know what? Next bull market, I kind of want to kick that off again, right? I've been doing some other things too. Really quick. So if you didn't know, look at the 7702 plan. I don't know if you've heard of that. You've heard of the 401k plan. Check this out. So was doing some research. My buddies in finance, he was telling me that all his wealthy clients are in this 7702 plan. I'm like, well, what is that? Check this out. So it's 7702. So it's a derivative of an insurance play, right? So you get tax-free growth. You get 100% protection from market crashes, meaning that market's down 23% this year, right? You would be at 0. Right, so it protects your profits. You get the market growth returns of like the S&P or the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones, right? But here's the biggest one: whatever you stuff in that investment for the first 5 years, right? So you typically want to stuff as much as you possibly can. If you were to file bankruptcy or somebody sues you, they can't touch that money ever. But now it's a retirement plan, so you got to keep it in there for about 15 to 20 years. For it to really make sense, but it makes a lot of sense. So I just did a guy, or my friend did it. We worked it up, right? And he was putting in a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, like $75K a year. So what the illustration showed is that dude, $75K a year for the first 5 years, right? So in 20 years, that guy will have literally in his retirement, he can take out tax free. You don't have to pay tax on it, right? Literally 1.26 million is what he would have investing $75,000 for the next 5 years, right? And that includes all the fees, everything that goes into that. So if you want more information on that, Southwest Strata, or it's in my bio. So it's really cool. Like, I didn't even know about it. Now I'm a big fan of it, and I'm in a 7702 plan, right? 7702 is really the tax code. 401k, there's a 401k plan. That's a 401k tax code, right? 7702 is the tax code. But you can look at it by 7702 plan. But you will see that it's an insurance. Yeah, it comes with death benefits, but you want to push the death benefit down as far as you possibly can and just stuff it with as much money with the first 5 years you possibly can, and you will retire, I promise you, very, very well off. All right, what else is up? Let's do some TA, if we would. I've got a couple more minutes here before my throat goes nuts. But Dom, I am going to try to do more of these, maybe twice a week, three times a week when I can. Now that I have a product to sell, that 7702 plan, was going to do some merch and some hats and stuff. But, I mean, what's that going to do for me? So we have a lot of guys in the chat. If you're in the Telegram group, great. I just post great charts, whatever. But look at MMAT. Matt is doing incredible. That's Meta Materials. Kathy Woodstock, by the way. I don't know if she got out or not, but it got as low as, check this out, guys. It went as low as 64 cents. It's now up to $1.27 in the last 15 days, 15 sessions. So pretty interesting stuff there, Matt. There's a guy in the chat, Stephen Bent. Big Matt guy. Speaking of that, let's do. If you had looked at Walmart, you need to be looking at Walmart, guys. How do you start one of those? All right, so we can talk. Just go in the bio. You'll see my website, Southwest Strata. Fill out your name, your number, your email address, and I'll contact you, and we can talk offline about it, because it is very cool. But you do need I would not do. Again, this is why the wealthy do very well. They find stuff like this, but you're gonna have to put probably to start. I'd probably 10, 15, 20K a year for the first 5 years, and that'd be what, 100K. That 100K could easily be $1 million, 20 years, right? Easily, right? Because it's growing tax free, and you're getting market returns, and you get 100% protection from market crashes. So up 8, up 7, right? And then we go down 23. You'd be still here instead of down here, right? And then it resets. So let's say next year we go up 3. You're still just going up. And the insurance derivative companies offset that by long and short options. That's how they do it. In fact, I found out that insurance companies, by the way, are the provider of last resort on options, because they have so many, right? But all right, if you hadn't looked at Walmart, guys, look at Walmart. Walmart's in a breakout. It's above the 200. If there's a stock above the 200-day SMA, that's probably not a bad stock to be in still, right? It's doing better than literally 90% of the market. Walmart, you want to stay long above the 139. It's at 140. Yesterday it went all the way to 143. I'd rather stay long above 135 or 136. But man, you can really get long at that 140, right where it's at today. It came back down to that. We'll see if that holds. That looks like it's a very strong support there. So all right, yeah. So we're talking about Matt again. So Matt, yeah. So look, I'm not a fan of Matt, but the last 15 sessions, it's done a 2x, right? Again, it's way the F down though, right? And so, I mean, it's up 11% today too. So its thing's gone all the way to 140. And we're talking October 1st. It was, what day was it? October 3rd. It was at 63 cents. So 2.5x. So in a month. So it's showing the relative strength it is literally bumping up against the 200-day as we speak today. So there you go. How about those bulls? BJ's. What is boy, I haven't done BJ's in forever. BJ's Wholesale Club. Wow. Impressive stock. I had no idea. Stay long above 70, 69-ish. 70. If you really want to get long, it's right where it's at now. So it went right to it. 76 is where I get real long. But that looks really good, man. Once it gets above 80, 79, 80-ish, you go real long, man. That's a move. I didn't know it was doing that. How many shares of that's been traded? Volume's down a little bit. But BJ's is strong. That's a good stock. The relative strength's at 56. Been hanging around 60, 70. It's very strong. So again, stay long above 70. Once it defeats 70, watch out because it can really drop quickly. But I kind of like where it's at today. It's like its first down day in the last 7 sessions. So BJ's is good. Hang on to that one. Any growth stocks you like, man? That's a good question right now. Like, I am almost completely out of the market. I don't like biotech. You know what I like? Growth. I like the value. I do like Walmart. I think there's some good buys down here. Google, Amazon, Microsoft. I love those. I will say this, guys. Not a fan of Meta right now, but I'm telling you, in 5 years, Meta, I would bet, is at an all-time high. So you heard it here first. I'm going against the grain. I'm being a contrarian. I'm telling you, Meta, would I be buying? I have nibbled on Meta a little bit. Again, not financial bias. None of this is. This is for me because I really believe in what they're doing there, right? When you go all in and you're that highly convicted on, it's not just the metaverse, guys. It's the VR, it's the AR, and what they're doing, right? And putting that much money in. They're putting more money in than we put into the Apollo space program. And that was back in the day. So I'm bullish, not right now on Meta. So I'm nibbling down there, but I'd stay with the big four. I like Tesla too. Semis, I was really strong on up until about 6 months ago, and then the floor just dropped out. I really don't have any growth stocks that I can point a finger to and go, that one is above the 200-day. Now, if you got one, let me know. So, Amazon. AMC, you want to do AMC? Let's do it, because we used to do this one all the time. You cannot get long in this one until it's got to be above. Gosh, dude, there's just so much overhead supply. It's got to chew through. I know you're going to hate me. It's at 581 today. It's down, but it did go to 725 yesterday. I've got a line here going back to March. No, sorry, going back to May. 890. It's got to get to 890, and then it should rocket off of that, although the 200-day is sitting right there at 950. So that's probably a price target. If it gets to 890, 950 is probably the price target. From here up, it's at 581 now. The next, which is, it's following the 20-day. The 50-day is at 774. So if it comes up off of this, 774 is probably where I'd take some profits from where you are now. But I would not get into AMC until we're right there at that $9. You know. So all right, that's that. Appreciate it, guys. Amazon, yeah, let's just do it. Amazon, it is Amazon. God, it's gotten killed today again. What's going on? So this is, to me, this is untradeable until you get to about 104. At that point, you'll have a gap to fill. It'll probably fill that very quickly, all the way to 110. You got the 20 days sitting at 112. It's going to be, y'all aren't going to like this, but here it is. I get long at 125, but I think the first hurdle to go, so I would probably get long at that let's call it 105-ish. 105 is going to gap fill to 110. That would be my price target. 105 to 110. Right now, you're at 92. So, but that stock does move. In the last 4 sessions, it's moved almost 5% every session. So that is Amazon. There you go. Appreciate it, man. Sorry on the growth stocks. I don't have a lot. Meta. All right. So I just talked about how I think in 5 years. Do I think it's a bargain down here for me? Yes. Right. I'd like to see some strength. If I'm trading this though, again, not long term, short term. If I'm trading this. It's going to, at 101, it's going to backfill the gap going all the way to probably the trend line to 122. So it goes to 101. Now I haven't done the Fibonacci extension on it, but from 101 to about let me say that again, to about 120, I think it'll fill that pretty quick. But it's got a long way to go. It's at 90 right now and continues to go down. It has not been up since it was up a little bit in the first part of September. It just did a little bit of a small couple days, and then boom, it just started to just drop. And since then, every day has almost been down. So again, you've got to be very highly convicted if you want to get in Meta for the long term, because it's going to be a rough road. Just going to let you know now. There you go, brother. Appreciate it, man. Short, Lucid. When are the earnings today? I mean, I think you can short almost anything that's a growth stock. Lucid, if I got a short on, the price target's probably that 1260, 1270-ish, right? It's at 1334. if you want to get long in it, it's got to get above this trend line, this downward trend line, so about 1530-ish. So above that, you might can play with that, maybe 1550 if I go across. So if you're shorting it, short it down to that. Here, let me get right on it. 1260-ish. So you're at 1334. I short to that. If it hits that, take profits because it'll probably bounce bounce up. So there you go. That's what I short. I don't really follow the stock that much, but I'm sure it's not gonna. It may meet, but it's not gonna impress. Let's just say that. All right. Amazon going to 72. I'm buying more Paramount. Really, Paramount. You think Paramount Global? God, it's at 16, bro. Para, right? It's sitting right on a underlying downward trend line. It's literally, that is the support right now from what I see. If I were to go long in Paramount, no, this is the Paramount Global. This is PARA, right? You might get long at 20 with the price target of, ready for this, about 21. But it's not one that I would be in. If it breaks under that 1650, that might be a shorting opportunity. That's just me. Again. Appreciate it, man. What's up? Permian Basin to PB. So you gotta love the relative strength of the energy stocks. They've been phenomenal. Most of them. PB looks like it's just going sideways to me. It's actually in a little bit of a downtrend. So where would I get long in PB? First of all, it doesn't have a lot of volume, so be very careful. That's why it moves so much. It's so volatile, right? Especially the last month. Good God. It's got to defeat the 20-day, which is right where it was yesterday, and it did not defeat it. If you can get past, man, you're not gonna like this. If you can get to where it was yesterday at 72, you might can ride that to 73.5. If it gets to 73.5, you might can ride that to 74.1. That's all I got there. I got PB as Prosperity Bank. Oh, PBT. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong stock, brother. I'm sorry. PBT is what I got. Perfect basic. Oh yeah, dude. Very, very strong stocks. Stay long above 2040-ish, right? If it can defeat that 22, which it went right to yesterday. I actually went right there today. Came back down, still up on a bad day, showing very good relative strength here. Absolutely, above 22. Well, I'd be long now, but I get even longer because you're gonna hit an all-time high. What the all-time high is at 2023. So good. PBT is a good stock. I was talking about PB, wrong stock. That's on me, bro. That's on me. Sorry. What we got? Class. How about Neo? Oh man, God. Dom, you remember us doing Neo literally every day? Somebody would ask about Neo, and now it has not seen a good day since mid-September, maybe one or two. It's at 949. I cannot with it. So you've got to defeat 1240-ish. Above 1240-ish, you might can nibble there, right? But know that I would have a price target of probably 1450. So understand that's where I get long, and that's where I take profits at. That's just what I see. But again, you're at 949 today. We got ways to make up. In fact, the last time that you saw $12 was back on October 18th. So all right, good luck with that. Any chance long term? It covers long term. I don't think so right now. To me, China's kind of uninvestable. I will say this though, Alibaba, Michael Burry's loving it due to the earnings, right? I wouldn't touch another Chinese stock probably, but Alibaba, he made some really good points. He was talking about the earnings multiple, the revenue multiple. Go look at Michael Burry's Twitter and scroll down. He makes some very, very good points about Alibaba and their their cloud business. He says their cloud business is where Amazon's cloud business was 4 years ago, because China's a little bit behind us as far as cloud goes. So there you go. That would be a growth stock. I would not mind that growth stock at all. So there you go. Class B. You don't come across my feed anymore. Yeah, I mean, I don't go live a lot. I don't go live. I hadn't gone, this is the first time I've gone live in probably months. So that's probably why I'm not coming across your feed. But thanks for being here, man. I'm doing the best I can. We are in a very, very, market that we never expected. They have really removed the liquidity, and now with the rates going up, I can't fight the Fed. Right, I literally cannot fight the Fed. So until March is probably when I'll get back in the market heavy. I will tell you this: I know J.P. Morgan has $1.2 trillion on the sidelines. So at the hint of us starting to go up, at the hint, meaning that we were showing some relative strength, the Fed has stopped tightening, and they basically stopped raising rates at such a high level. I think that you'll see the market rocket off the bottom. When is that? I'm thinking March, April timeframe, but that's just me. Again, not financial advice. Here we go. The Fed's bringing stock market down. They don't know what. Yeah. So look, man, I'm not a big fan of the Fed. Like, we're giving a lot of people a lot of power right now. Like I know that we're not fans of the baby boomers, but they're typically our fathers and moms, right? And they've lost a lot of money right now. And so I can promise you there's nobody a fan of the Fed, right? Again, don't fight the Fed though, man. When they're doing stuff like this, it tends to be it's just a non-bullish market. It's a very bear market. So the administration wants to destroy the economy. I don't know if the administration wants to, nobody wants to destroy the economy, right? So I wouldn't take that as the premise. I don't know why they would. One, they're trying to get votes too, so nobody wants to destroy. Appreciate you guys being here. Matt, again, I did Matt before. I will do Matt again. I love you guys because this is my first time on. I think you stay long above 115. Stay long above it. You're at 127. It's sitting right on the 200 day. It did go past it today, but it pulled back. We want to see some follow through though, right? So that's the Matt. I'm not a fan of Matt, but Stephen Bentz in the Telegram group, that dude's holding the bag, and he loves Matt. So and he's got a lot of research. Uber. Let's see if we're going long on Uber. I'm not sure if I would at this point, although it is going sideways. It's not terrible, right? There's a lot worse stocks. Man, so what's cool about this is it's above the 200, and it's using that 200. So the 50 and the 200 have basically come together. So it's literally, those are what is giving you the support. For a long time, that was the resistance. Now it's the support. So, man, I don't like it here. Let me get it. If it can get above 30, which it did yesterday, you might have a point here. But to me, if I want to be in the clear on Uber, look at 38-ish, so 34-ish, right? If you're in Uber now and you think we've got a few good days coming, you want to be, it's at 28.8 right now. You want to be taking profits at 30, about 32-ish. Okay, that's where I take profits. That's about what, 10%. So there you go. Appreciate it, man. Today did hurt a lot. I think I knew going in the Fed. Clearly, we all knew the Fed was going to hike, right? 75. I did not know that he was still going to be so hawkish. Because it was funny when Powell was making statements, every statement that he would make. I've never seen this before in the market. I've been in the market a long time. That every statement that he would make, it would go, the 2-minute candle would go up, and then he'd make a second statement, it'd go down, up, down. And it wasn't just like a 16th of a point. I mean, it was some big moves in there. If you look at the 15-minute on SPY, the 15-minute candles on SPY, it's all over the place. And then all of a sudden he gets real hawkish and the whole market just dumps. So it did hurt today. Appreciate the follows, guy. What's up with the SPY? I'll do SPY one more time because I love you guys. All right, so 370 here. I've got it up right here. Anytime I mention ES, that is SPY. That is the S&P. So on the weekly, 372. So 372 puts us right on the 20-day as well, and that, so yes, on the 20-day, that is your weekly support, right? So now we're gonna have resistance that will come out tomorrow. It'll be about 380. So that's what you're working with. You're at 374. If it goes up to 380, what's the resistance? This has got 3916. So, yep. So if it breaks through 380-ish, 390-ish is where I would be taking some profits if you're trading. But for right now, it looks like it's just kind of going sideways, which is what it should do, right? So is it RYAM? I can't see that. Tesla shorts. I think Elon's distracted, but again, man, his bench is deep in Tesla. It's hard for me to short that. I think if it goes below 209, I think you can short. That's where I'd short below 209. Below 209 at the 214 now. Where would I get long back in Tesla? Probably it's going to have to defeat by the time it would have. So about, if I'm going to get long in Tesla, it's going to be at 255. So, but it's at 214 right now. So that's where I short and that's where I get long. So there you go. That's Tesla. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Seems like a recession desired if you are rich. If you're rich right now, so here's the thing. This is why smart people, because even if you don't have a lot of money, you can take advantage of this, right? There are going to be, especially in asset prices, like hard assets, like homes, buildings, land, crypto too, right? There's going to be some really, really good deals. I think we probably do go into a recession, probably go 6 to 12 months. So most of 2023, we have an e-commerce business here, and this is what we're prepped for. We have a lot of cash sitting on the sideline. I've got a lot of cash in my trading account just sitting there. That's mostly for crypto, just so we're clear, because that's because I was in Bitcoin for a very 2014. But anyway, point being is that there's a lot of cash on the sideline. So once we do go back in, not just a rally, but a full bear or a full bull market, you will see we will rocket off the bottom. But when is that? Probably 2024. So at least that's my thought. I would tell you, watching Bloomberg most of my days and watching it now in the past 2 months, I believe that's what the consensus is. Now you'll have outliers, but for the most part, yes, it is. Most people think that 2023 is going to have a recession. Now, hopefully it's a small one. It might be 3 months, it might be 6 months. Let's hope. But we're preparing for a full year. So, all right, guys, you guys are badass. So, all right, let me do a few more here, and then I will jump off. And you guys are Ryan Ayer. Okay, sorry about that. I saw you before. I was like, Ryan, what's he talking about? Yeah, Ryan Ayer. Cool, gosh, not a bad stock. All right, long term, stay long above 42. In fact, that is right where the 50-day is right now, and the 20-day sits at 42.45. You're at 43. Had a bad day today. One of its worst days in a long time. So I would, yeah, man. Here's where I stay long at. I stay long above that 42. I stay long. It drops below that. You've got some resistance there. If it absolutely drops, 40 is where I jump out. Is what I've got. You want RYAN? Is it N? Ryanair Advanced Materials? Ryanair. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. So in this one, very simple here, where you stay long. It's at $6, rocking today, 34%. So if you're in that stock, congratulations, awesome. It's been doing very, very well since what? So October 13th. It started its march up. Today went up 34%. Congratulations. Stay long above 540. Above 540, I'd stay long. If it goes below that, dump it, take profits, and get out, baby. Nice one. Good one. What do you think of KLM? Are we talking about crypto? Let's look. Is that the... I don't know if I know KLM. Clima? I don't know about that. Let's look at XLM. XLM is my Stellar. Felt Stellar for a long time. I forgot to sell when it went when it shot to the moon. All right, Stellar. I'm a long-term holder of Stellar. I don't know how much I've got, but it's not small. What are we at today? 10 cents. Great. Yeah, it just keeps going. It just keeps going down. Like it's got to show me something. It literally needs to show me. With that being said, guys, I'll try to do this tomorrow. I think I've got some time tomorrow. I'll jump back in because I love doing these. Not that I love hearing myself speak, because I don't, but I do love seeing what is hot. And you guys teach me probably more than what I teach you. So that's what I love. So I'll see you on here. I'll probably do it right at about 2:00 Central Time, right? So an hour before market close, I'll try to, and but could be before, could be a little bit after. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Did SoFi. I'll do it tomorrow. I think tomorrow's probably going to be sideways, maybe even up a little bit. That's just a quick prediction. But with that said, if you are looking for basically a Roth IRA on steroids that the wealthy use, check out my bio, Southwest Strata, and let's schedule a time to talk. So, all right, guys, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. You're awesome. First time back on in 6-7 months. I don't even know. It's been so long. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll hit you tomorrow. Thanks again.